Try this again. Okay, I think we just wound up on a new link. Good news, I can hear myself within a couple seconds instead of like 60. All right, let me just get this link out. I think we're set now. Sorry for the issues. Okay, so this is the first live stream I've done on YouTube in a long time. Please bear with me. Let me get the audio set correctly for everything, and then we will get started. Hope you're all having a nice day today. If you're joining live or joining the replay, I appreciate you. Let's get this audio. I am so sorry if that sounds awful. There we go. Okay. So, as is obviously shown here, we are playing Pokemon Emerald version. I have the game going right now. Hopefully you hear me very well, and the audio on the game is not too distracting. If it's too high, let me know. I can drop it down a little bit. So this is part of the Master Pokedex Challenge. I've already started. Let's get right into the game here. I can't hear the audio myself, but I do see it on stream. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. So you can see I'm already 2 badges in. I believe I just finished fighting the Dewford gym leader. So yes. What we have here is we have a team that just barely managed to defeat the gym leader. So first thing we need to do is probably heal. Second thing we need to do, I do believe we need to get the letter from Steven, and then we can go ahead and move on to Slateport City, and we're going to have to grind a little bit, which is always fun, but, you know, it is what it is. So, for anybody that hasn't been following, whoops, I actually do have a playlist over on my YouTube channel, which you're at right now. Funny that. Oh, battle here. I do have a playlist. It is unlisted. It is available in a community post. I've linked to it there, and I've also linked to it in Birdkeeper Toby's Discord. That has all of the archive footage from my Pokemon Crystal playthrough. That's not completed yet, but I've finished the game, and I've caught, I think, just over half of the Pokemon that I need to in there. So that is in progress. I decided to start Pokemon Emerald because I was getting kind of tired of Crystal, to be perfectly honest with you. Just the old generations of Pokemon games, if you play them for too long, they just really grate on you. So, but it's okay. We will sort of bounce around a little bit as needed to make sure we don't burn ourselves out. All right. That's taken care of pretty easy. You probably need to battle too. Yes. So anyway, we're working on Pokemon Emerald. I'm not necessarily going after every single Pokemon I find or trying to get through all of the Pokemon on a given route right now, but I do want to get through the game as quickly as possible so we can sort of open things up. I know there's quite a bit of game to go, so what better way to get through all of that is to just play through the game on stream, man. Chill stream. I haven't done chill streams in a long time. Used to stream on Twitch all the time, and then Twitch kind of became garbage. So I moved over to YouTube, and then I kind of stopped streaming because, well, it's a little tricky to, for me anyway, it's a little tricky to come up with free time to just stream on a consistent schedule. And you'll find that if I continue doing this is a bit of an experiment. But if I continue doing this, it's sort of going to be just sort of whenever I have time. May not complete everything on stream, may do some stuff off stream, and I'll upload that to the playlist. But, you know, I figure it's better than not doing anything at all. Because I'm really bummed about not being able to edit these videos and put a lot of time into them. Just because of, you know, the looming deadlines that we have. They're going to shut down the Nintendo 3DS Wi-Fi service in April. Pokemon Bank is unaffected until the foreseeable future, but they're not making any guarantees, so I don't want to make any assumptions. It's really as simple as that. So I'm going to play as if Pokemon Bank is also ending in 2016, geez, April 2024, and we'll hopefully we'll hopefully just get it done, and then I can focus on putting out the edited content at a little bit more of a leisurely pace. But Abra, do I want Abra? No, not really. I already have a Psychic type. So anyway, I have caught a bunch, actually. I should show that before we get too far into things. That's a Zubat, no big deal. So this is the spreadsheet I've made for our challenge right now. It sort of just has a complete list of all the Pokemon I need from Generation 3. And you can actually see Generation 2, this is what I've completed in Pokemon Crystal right now. Caught or evolved about 67% of what's needed, and that includes, you know, whatever form variants and everything. I mean, you've got, oh, where is it? 53 unknown right here. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been caught, but there's still a lot to get through here. I'm just taking a break on that. But as you can see, for Gen 3, there's not all that much here. I've gone out and I've caught a couple things. You can see I have, you know, I've picked up some extra routes, for example, while I was over there, because I know it's a bit of an annoying Pokemon to catch. So when I saw them, I caught them. That's quite as simple as that. But by no means am I trying to get all of these taken care of during the playthrough. So, but you know, when we find something that we need, we'll catch it. As long as I have the Pokeballs for it, why not? All right. Oh, somebody needs to learn Flash. I can't remember how to traverse through this cave without it. Let's see. Who can learn Flash for me? Anybody? Sure, Denkata. Why not? I don't even know why you're on the team right now, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I wanted to evolve and get a Shedinja. That's why. We'll take care of Sand Attack. Don't need 2 accuracy-lowering moves. Why not? And this should make really quick work of this. Let me take a quick look. I know we get a bunch of Aeron, and yeah. We would need one of those. One Aggron, and then whatever the middle evolution is. I forget the name of it. Larion, I believe it was. Lairon? Yeah. That. I will butcher all the Pokemon names. I apologize in advance. So if we happen to find any of those, we'll catch them. If we happen to see anything else, we'll catch them. But otherwise, we're just trying to get through the game. What am I looking for? Can't talk and play Pokemon at the same time. Alright, there we go. Speak of the devil. There's an Aron right there. It is a female. As far as I'm aware, there are no form variants for this line. No. So we only need 3 of them. And this is not a very good type matchup, but we'll deal with it. So for everyone out there, I hope you're having a great day. For anyone also taking part in the challenge, I hope your challenge is going well. I know there's, man, there's a lot to get through. I don't think I quite fully understood exactly how many times I'm going to have to play through these games when I looked at the challenge and started it. But gotta play through these games a lot. All right, there's one. So I'm just going to go ahead and go on my sheet. I'm not going to update the regular sheet just yet. I'll reconcile all this later when it comes time to... if I'm updating both sheets at once, it's just going to be kind of crazy. So I'll just keep updating mine for now. So that's one. If we'll get the 2 Evos, that'd be great too. Yeah, I think I was going through, and if I wanted to get all of the stars, some of these games I have to play through like 6 or 7 times, maybe even more. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. That's a little on the insane side. But I'm sure somebody will do it, and my gosh, they have more fortitude than I do, I could say that. That should be good here. I don't know if I necessarily need to be using the Great Balls here, but I feel like these are low catch rate. I should probably check that. Let's take a look here on Bulbapedia real quick. No, I mean, that was a quick capture, so... no, the catch rate is 180, which is approximately a 33.8% chance. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. But that is a second catch for today. We'll go ahead and go with the middle evolution, and that is Evo. I'm not actually going to evolve all of these in this game. Chances are what I'll do is I'll bring them into a later game where it's easier to grind for EXP, and then take care of it there. So one more to catch. I think we can get a Makuhita in this as well, and... one other thing, if I'm not mistaken, Metatite, I believe, can be found in this cave as well, going off of memory. And there's the 3rd Aron. So we'll catch this and be good to go. And I do need to heal up routes. Ouch. All right, well, we'll do that healing now. I do not have a super potion. We'll use a regular one. And I think 2 should be enough. The catch rate's high. I don't need to worry about getting it down too crazy low. Man, I feel stupid. I wasted a Great Ball on this, and it's a super high catch rate. I'm going to regret that later. I guarantee it. All right. That is Aron number 3, which I can update in here. That would be Agron, Evo, taken care of. Let's see. Right now, looks like you're combined 10% so far. We've got a long way to go, 184. There's a couple of these that have a lot of forms and gender variants here for like kind of uncommon Pokemon. I think Routes was the worst, honestly. Because not only did we have to catch a Routes, but we had to catch the evolutions, and there was the Gallade that has to be caught too for a star. And I think there were gender variants as well. No, I was wrong. It might have been something else I was thinking of. Anyway, that's that. We don't need any more Aerons. See if we can get a Makuhita or a Metatite. That would be nice. And I'm not going to fight these for EXP. They just take too long. Well, actually, I have Combuskin here. Double Kick would make quick work of that. So perhaps we'll do that instead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what we should do. We should just have Combuskin out front. I'm not going to worry too much about switch training right now. If one Pokemon gets overpowered, more power to it, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, can't remember how many floors we have to go through in this cave. Oh, Sableye! I forgot about that one. Sableye, real quick. Is there... Sableye. No, it does not evolve. Sableye... Just the one. Okay, we'll go ahead and catch it, since we're here. It is a lower catch rate, but not too low. And I guess we'll go with Ember. Oh, wow. Okay. That did more than I was expecting. I think we're only going to get one chance at this, so I will use the other Great Ball right now. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Oh, okay. We have one more try. Okay, it definitely wasn't meant to be. That's alright. Like I said, we're not too concerned about catching everything right now, but we'll take the opportunities we get. Man, there's a lot of wild Pokemon in this. I think it's because I'm running. I keep forgetting that that mechanic actually increases the, not the encounter rate, just the... Yeah, I guess that is the encounter rate. It sort of increases the encounter rate for Pokemon when you're running versus when you're just walking. So maybe I should walk. We'll give it a try. I can't remember if that's in this game or if it's in the other game. Like later games. All right, we have another chance at a Sableye here. Let's see what we can do, but yeah, we're going to wind up burning it again. It always burns it when I don't want it to. All right, well, let's see what we can do. I'm kind of limited on Pokeballs here. There actually isn't a mart in Dewford Town, so I don't want to waste all of them right now. We can come back with Ultra Balls later. But I'm okay throwing a couple. One more. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to give up on the Sableyes for now. That should be the last one for this encounter anyway. Yeah, too low. I'm actually curious what the catch rate is on this. Oh, what's the name of it? the catch rate calculator for Gen 3. Cave of Dragonflies, I think it was. Yeah, just real quick, why not? So we throw Sableye out there at whatever level it was. I don't even remember. I'm going to assume it was like 14 or something like that. 10 HP with burn status. It says it's a 27% chance of catching, but that didn't seem right to me. Oh well. Alright, let's figure out where we're supposed to go. I think that's a hidden item? Yes, Everstone. Probably not going to use it. Gotta be honest. I think there's another hidden item in this area, but I don't remember where it is. Wait, that looked like a spot where there's an item. Is there an item hidden over here? No. Man, now I'm disappointed. Okay. If memory serves, Steven's right behind that wall right there. And a Makuhita. There we go. Could definitely use one of these. Do we have any gender variants on that one? Makuhita, no. And Hariyama, no. We'll just go with an Ember. Not bad. Yeah, hopefully this one's a little easier to catch than the Sableye. Come on, I don't want to waste too many of these. Hey, there we go. Alright, one Makuhita caught. Excellent. If we can get the other one, that'd be great too. Then we don't have to worry about it. Although I think you can actually find Hariyama in the wild. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've played Gen 3 games, like the original ones. Well, it's been so long since I've played it and actually cared about the encounter tables more than in, like, a Nuzlocke fashion. Steel Wing, excellent. Alright, that's taken care of. I don't really care too much to catch more in this cave, so I'm going to use a repel. Or, not a repel, a escape rope. And I'm just going to do a save right here. I am on a cartridge, and I am paranoid that if I touch the DS system in the wrong way, it's going to freeze up the game, because the contacts on this are very old. I cleaned it before we started, but you never know. One of the downsides of using the physical game cartridges is, unfortunately, as they age, they get less and less reliable. And especially for a handheld system, it can be tricky. Okay, let's go to Slateport. So we have a bunch of trainers we can fight here, which is good. We need some EXP. I believe there's like, I don't know, half a dozen on the beach, and then another several inside the, whatever the shack is. So, there are a lot of water types here, and Combusken is not the best choice for that. Free potion. We'll swap in Talo. Talo's only level 11, though. Everybody else is like level 18. We may have to do some switch training. We'll see. Hopefully we get some Magikarp or something. That'd be nice. Wingle, not too bad. Now, let's not start this. Oh boy. Okay, fine. We'll just swap in routes. There we go. Okay. If we can outspeed, this will be great. Otherwise, this is gonna suck. Oh, You know what? I'll potion first. The sooner we can get Tailo up to speed, the better. Although, I just realized it's not going to be very helpful for the next gym, which is electric type. We'll have to figure something out for that one. You know, I considered doing this as not only a Pokedex challenge, but a Nuzlocke. Which would be interesting because then I'd have to separately keep track of my first encounters versus anything else I caught for the Pokedex. But then I realized that that would just unnecessarily add complexity to the challenge at a time that I really can't afford additional complexity. Like, what happens if I wipe? I'm not going to start over. You know, too many deaths, and it's just, yeah, it's going to be too much. So if there wasn't a looming deadline, again, I think I'd be fine with it. But because there is, it's just one of those things where I feel like I can't have as much fun with this as I'd like. So, but man, I love doing the Nuzlocke challenges on these old games. One of the things that has been on my to-do list for a while is actually a sort of a generations challenge, or actually not even a generations challenge. So, Roxanne. Oh, okay. I'm not used to the whole Pokenav thing. Yes, register the gym leader. Sure. Okay, this is where I was talking about getting the soda pops from here would be really good. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So, there is, on the Nuzlocke forums, which I frequent, there is a community event called the Ultimate Community Lock Challenge. And what that is basically you complete a Nuzlocke for every generation of games that has been out. So 9 generations, you play 9 Nuzlocks, and you got like 2 years to do it, which is, it seems like a lot of time, but every single time I sign up for it, I never wind up finishing. And I was thinking, oh man, you know, that would be really cool if I could just do that as part of this Master Dex challenge as well. But now with the deadline, not really possible, you know? So I was hoping to be able to do it. Maybe we'll do something with a Living Dex challenge down the road. I've always wanted to have like a Living Dex for every single game that I own. Although the thing to consider about that is that once I do that, I will be very hesitant to clear my save files. So perhaps that would be something better done on either a spare cartridge or an emulator. I don't know. If I could do both and complete both challenges at the same time when I'm not under a time constraint, that would be fun. It's like you could do all sorts of different challenge rules for the Nuzlocke portion of it, and then just catch things on the side when you're not grinding or taking care of plot points. All right, we're gonna have to switch here. This is getting ridiculous. By the way, if you are watching, please let me know how the quality is on the video and audio in particular. I made a couple adjustments immediately before starting the stream, and I think it did better than I was testing yesterday, but you never know. In particular, I want to make sure that the audio is nice and clear. You can hear the game when I'm not talking, and you can hear me when I am. Be happy to hear about that. So I think there's 4 trainers in this building. Maybe just 3, I'm not sure, but we'll get the 6 soda pops, and then honestly, I'll probably just burn through them training with the other trainers in this beach area, because I can't be bothered to run all the way to the Pokemon Center every single time I get to low health. Tailo, you're just not cutting it right now. Need a couple more levels out of you. So, and for anyone watching, by the way, before we get too far into this, I will be uploading the same archive footage, like just standard gameplay that I've been doing. It may take a couple days before I can get it all uploaded, because I might have to chop it up and everything. But I do plan on continuing to upload to that unlisted playlist, and I may, in fact, just make it public. The playlist, not the videos. The videos will all be unlisted because I don't want them impacting any metrics. But I may be just uploading those in sort of chunks here and there. What is Wing Attack? 160. Absolutely, we take that. So if for some reason you don't want to listen to me ramble and talk about random things that may not be necessarily related to the Pokemon game I'm currently playing, or you just prefer to watch quiet gameplay or chunks of gameplay that are important to you, that is always an option. So in fact, I have all this set up so that I can record independently of the live stream and like split the recordings while we're streaming, so I don't even have to worry too much about separating everything out later. Everything here is done in the name of efficiency, because that is the name of the game. We gotta get everything done as quickly as possible. It's a race at this point, as far as I'm concerned. So I can't remember whether or not the guy in the center of this building battles us or not. Gonna need another potion here. If he does, that's 4 trainers. If not, that's 3. Hopefully this wing attack does a lot better. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, critical hit. Still, Tailo, I like to believe that you would have one-shot that either way. Tentacool. Yeah, we're fine. All right, let's see. Do we have another battle or no? Nope. Okay, awesome. Half a dozen bottles of soda pop. Now we can train with ease. You don't battle, right? No. There's somebody in these umbrellas. Oh, right here. Okay. And I just walked into a double battle. Man. I really don't like the double battles in this game, I have to be honest. Uh, I don't know. I've just never really liked double battles, which is funny because one of my favorite Pokemon games is Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which are exclusively double battles. Do we swap out Combuskin? Maybe we do. Yeah, we're going to swap out Combuskin. I don't want to deal with healing up too much. I know I just said we'll blow through all the Soda Pops, but I don't want to do it in one battle. Alright, that should take care of Meryl. I can't remember if the trainers have more than one Pokemon or not. If they don't, though, we can just double team the Wingull later. Although this is quickly turning into a one-sided battle with that Growl attack anyway. On the positive side, Tailo is gaining levels pretty quickly. I'm happy about that. Before I forget, I'll run in here, and I think there was a... Yeah, there was a 1 minute 30-second live stream replay that just didn't work. We're going to unlist that. Actually, I'll set it to private. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Okay. All right. You're a safe single battle now. But yeah, I'm still annoyed. I went through all the trouble of figuring out how to schedule a stream on YouTube, and then it goes ahead and ends the stream on me when I try and fix the latency. Come on, YouTube, really? Like, I selected low latency. I am positive I selected low latency on the other one, and it was just like, it was 60 seconds, which is unacceptable. I don't want people waiting 60 seconds to interact. But we got it sorted, but I shared the wrong link, so yeah. Always something with YouTube, I swear. Oh, this is another double battle. I should pay attention before I just run around. Especially since I have Combuskin in my second slot. You know, we're just gonna go with it. We're over-leveled anyway. Combuskin's level 19. It can handle it. Just make sure we double kick and not Ember. See? No problem. And now it's a 2v1. And yeah, I probably should have thought about taking out Tentacool first. I just realized it could just poison Sting Hex us, and that would be fun. I don't think I have any antidotes right now. All right, not too bad. So, I'm trying to think how long I can stream today. I do have something at 7 o'clock, which is a little less than 2 hours from now. So I'm thinking I could stream for not too crazy long today. This is sort of a test stream as it is. I'm streaming with a bit of an odd resolution here 3:2 resolution, I think. And it's the first stream in a while, so there's just a lot going on here. So a nice short 90-minute, 2-hour stream would be great. Oh, there we go. Okay. I knew somebody gave me an item here. Talk to you. I think we've battled everybody here. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, we've fought everyone here. Time to heal. But anyway, like I was saying, just a short little stream today. There's a lot of things that I'm trying for the first time, and there's a lot of stuff to keep track of. Like, for example, I have to remember to split my recordings while I'm doing this, otherwise it's going to be a nightmare sifting through the archives later. So I just went through that. We fought everybody on the Slateport Beach, and now we have to figure out what we're supposed to be doing next. I believe it has something to do with the museum, but I'm not sure. Boy, that really shows how long it's been since I've played this game. Go with 5 super potions. We don't need a ton, but I want to stock up on Great Balls while we have the opportunity. Oh! Yeah, we don't get Premier Balls if we buy something other than Pokeballs. I forgot about that. Whoops. Ace Trainer Devin, how you doing today? Nice to see you. It has been a while. Let's see. Yeah, actually, no. We don't do anything in the museum because it's blocked. Right, we're delivering a letter, of course. Man, I've played this game so many times when I was a kid, and I just don't remember anything. Captain Stern. Yes, where is he? You're really helpful, thank you. I think now we can go into the museum. Ah, yeah, see? I do remember. And I don't believe any of these folks actually battle me. There we go. Okay. This is a boss battle, so I'm actually going to swap. You know what? Tailo is fine. That's right. It's not a boss battle. It's just 2 grunts. Carvana, not too bad. Level 15, we're good, actually. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we'd be severely underleveled. Ouch, that hurts. Man, I forgot about that stab bite. And the rough skin. It is both, okay. It's crazy. I haven't played this game in probably 10 years. Seriously. And I'm just, everything's a jumbled mess between Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I know they changed a couple things up, and it's just kind of messing with my brain right now. At least this trainer's easy. Oh, he's got a Carvana too, okay. Well, Tailo can't take another hit, so I'm just gonna do some switch training here. We'll go with Combuskin. Which sounds insane, but I don't know. I like Double Kick. Double Kick, twice the rough skin. Or just one, because we'll defeat it with 1 hit. Why not? Okay, that's done. Devon goods are delivered. Oh, there's Archie. Hey, buddy, how you doing? No, I'm not one of Team Magma. It's all cool, bro. I'm one of you. I enjoy the sea. I think I made him mad. Anyway. Alright, that's done. I think now we can go to Malwell City and get our third gym badge, which will be the electric gym, which means we don't really have anything here. Oh man, fighting Archie or Maxie with an over-leveled Sharpedo or Camerupt would be insane. You. No, I don't remember you at all. Thanks for the free gift, though. I don't know. I don't think the game goes through teaching you that you are not the hot shit you think you are. The game needs to do that more often, if you ask me. Put us in some impossible situations. I mean, geez. We put all the other trainers we fight in impossible situations. Wouldn't it be expected that we fight somebody that's completely overleveled, too? It's just the nature of the game. All right, we're done here. Oh, do I have to go back to Rustboro? I don't think I do. If I do, they'll probably call me and complain. It's all good. They have my number. Whoops. Okay, that's done. Split that recording. Start a new one. I don't know why, but I seem to like splitting the recordings while I'm healing at the Pokemon Center. But I do want to make sure I keep up with that, otherwise it's going to be a nightmare to sort out these archives later. Alright, Route 110. We can't take the Viking path yet. Oh yeah, we meet Professor Birch here. I totally forgot about that. I think it's like the only time you really ever meet a professor out in the wild until, like, what, Gen 7 or Gen 8? Gen 7? Unless you met Professor Sycamore at some point in X and Y, I can't remember. Alright. No, we're not doing double battles. Single battle, please. I hate double battles. Not the greatest type matchup. We'll go to Combuskin here. I can't remember if Professor Sycamore meets you anywhere in the game or not. Now I'm curious. I can't exactly go looking it up now, though. What? You have a berry, too? Man, I'm really glad I didn't do the double battle now. We'll stick with Combuskin. I don't want to get another paralyzed Pokemon here. We can deal with it. But I do believe we have a rival battle coming up, which means I may have to go back and heal if I don't have a paralyzed heal in my bag. I'll have to double check. Man, you both have Oran berries. I guess it makes sense. Held items were still relatively new, and the berries were kind of revamped from Gen 2, so I guess they'll use them more frequently here. I don't know, it just feels weird finding a trainer that has, like, held berries. Normally you'd expect that from a gym leader or something. Let's see, Paralyze Heal? No. Antidote and Awakening. I guess we'll go back now. I guess the question now is, should we be trying to just get Combuskin leveled up here? And maybe forget about Talo for a while until after the Electric Gym? Or do we want to go with routes? How's everybody's special defense? 18, 18, 46, 31. Okay, Combuskin, you're going to be our Pokemon for the gym, that's for sure. Routes is just not going to be all that great until it evolves. So that's fine by me. Let's see, a fan game, Reborn, does that at one point. The villain fights you at one point with a level 75 Garchomp. Oh, you'd be level 40. You can't win that fight. Obviously, you'd lose if they use the rest. Yeah, I seem to remember a fan game. I wasn't playing it, but I was watching somebody else play it on YouTube. Like, I think it's the very first gym they just get curb stomped by some like level 40 Dragonite or Dragonite? No, Charizard. I can't remember. But I know it's a more common theme in the fan games, and I like that to a point, but in a lot of cases, you'll find that that's just there as sort of like an impossible grind. Like, you actually have to beat the trainer to progress. So I don't know if the one you're talking about is like a necessary battle you have to win. But like if they program in losses, I mean, that's more interesting to me. Like, I don't know, the Pokemon world seems like something where like you would run into these crazy powerful trainers at some point. Like, it's virtually guaranteed, especially since you start out from nothing. I mean, unless the canon expectation is that, like, you know, okay, well, you're in the game, your veteran trainers obviously aren't going to bother with a rookie or something like that, but that's not really the way the game portrays it. The game sort of portrays it as, you know, if you lock eyes, you have to battle. That's just the rule. You don't have to beat the Garchomp. It'll just change some dialogue if you do. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, now that's cool. I like that. And I wish more games did that in the Pokemon series. And I can't believe I have to go back and heal again. What is it with these electric types, man? I should just buy a Paralyze Heal while I'm down here. In fact, you know what? I'm not even going to heal. I'm just going to go grab Paralyze Heals. I should have money now. Yeah, we'll get like 5 of them. Get some repels while we're at it, too. Another escape rope to replace the one that I had before. And, oops, can't do that. A potion and a Pokeball. Gotta spend all the money, you know. Can't have it burning a hole in your pocket. There we go. You know, just in case we run into one of those super powerful trainers, I don't want to have to give them all of my money. Right. Did I seriously? Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to take the battle tent challenge. I just happened to walk nearby the entrance. I can't remember if we actually have to do that or not. I think contests might be a part of something. Oh, yes, the trick house. We should take care of that. I always forget to do the trick house, and then I come back and there's like 50 or whatever puzzles, however many puzzles there are -1. So I have to remember to come back here. I do believe we get trainer EXP through this as well, which will be nice. So I'm trying to remember what level Watson's Pokemon are at. I think it's like 22 and 24, but let me double check. 20, 22, and 24. Yeah. That's doable. No, contests don't do anything, unfortunately. Well, it's not necessarily about doing the contest. Since we're doing the Pokedex challenge, I don't know if... Whoops, I guess that screen doesn't work. Great, cool. I know I tested that before we went live. How about now? There we go. Okay, so this is the Master Dex and Retro Dex Challenge spreadsheet. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but we're trying to complete this, and then you can see my name right here. We're not very far along in the challenge, but we do have the bronze stars, and I think a couple of these have something to do with contest ribbons or similar. Baton Pass Ninja, bug catching contest for Heart Gold and Soul Silver. One of them is like a... Oh, you know what? We can't do it anyway because it's one of those things where it has to come from a different game. Yeah, as many ribbons and marks as possible from a XD Gale of Darkness Pokemon, which means we get the Pokemon through XD Gale of Darkness or Coliseum and then move them through the games, getting as many ribbons as possible. So that's one of the stars in the challenge. I haven't decided whether or not I want to do that or not. If we have time, maybe I will. But if we do that, we absolutely need to get through all of the contests in one of the games. I guess the other question is, are there any... I can't remember if there's anything that you can, like, redeem points or something for prizes or not. No, we don't want Sand Attack. I should really know this stuff before I start playing the game. Like, I should do research before I start, so I know what I need to do, but I guess that's too easy. Alright. I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go. But yeah, we got a lot of Pokemon to catch, of course. And some of them have very specific requirements. For example, we caught an extra Routes in this game that is going to get transferred to Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum and get evolved into a Gallade, which is not available in Gen 3, but it's a star if we take a Gen 3 Pokemon and evolve it to that form. You believe there are battle points from the Tents and the Frontier? Yes, I believe the Frontier, I'm well aware, has points. I don't know if we need anything. We'll probably have to grab some evolution items from there, or trade up into a later game. See, the nice thing is once we get them into like the 3DS generation or even the Switch generation, it's a lot easier to grab those evolution items and all those other rare items because there's more repeatable methods there. So I'm less inclined to just figure out how to do it on these earlier games where sometimes, for example, you only get one in the entire game of a specific item, but then there's like 3 or 4 Pokemon that need it for an evolution. I mean, a good example of that would be the Moonstone in the original Gen 1 games. I believe, unless you knew where the hidden items were, there were more Pokemon that evolved from a Moonstone than you could find in the game. And that made things a little tricky. And it basically forced you to trade. I'm sure that's why they did it. But it makes it a little harder, like 25, 30 years on, when you may be playing the game solo. Oh, come on. Man, that 1 HP. Always gets you. I don't know if an Ember would have one-shot it, but maybe I should have tried it. right, I think we have 2 more trainers to fight in here. Yeah, the forced trading is it's always been one of my pet peeves, and it's why I always wound up buying the 2 games, because I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I have friends I could trade with now, but what's gonna happen in 10 years if those friends no longer have the game? So I always wound up buying both versions of a game so that I could always trade it. Usually what would happen is when I was a lot younger, my sister and we would coordinate and make sure that we both got different versions of the game, but I would always eventually grab the second version myself down the line too. Not to say my sister wouldn't keep the game, but you know, you never know. And actually, truth be told, I don't think she has any of the old Pokemon games anymore. So it's a good thing I kept them all. But, you know, it's one of the things that concerns me about the later games, too. Like your 3DS and your Switch titles. I mean, there's so much stuff that's involved in trading in those games. Like, are we even going to be able to trade properly in a Switch game once the Wi-Fi service is shut down? I can't even remember if there's local trading available or not, or if it's all through Wi-Fi. But, you know, it's sort of the nature of modern games is that a lot of stuff are just through live services that you may or may not be able to access as the game ages and becomes retro. And it's really a sad thing because a lot of stuff's going to get lost, and I don't think people quite understand the impact that it might have. I mean, just imagine if we were living today and we didn't have the capability to play you know, your old style Legend of Zelda or Mario games from the NES days. Like, just imagine if those were gone forever because they were attached to some live service. It's a horrible thing to think about. There is local trading in at least Go and Sword and Shield. Yeah, I don't know about Scarlet and Violet either. I haven't looked. The thing about Scarlet and Violet is I've played them mostly as single-player experiences, and I know there's a way you can do co-op, but for me, when I play a Pokemon game, it is a single-player experience for me. So I've never really done that. When I've done trading, it's been very limited and over Wi-Fi. I haven't really tried doing anything local. And, you know, the funny thing is, I don't know, as I get older, I do fewer and fewer social events that involve, like, bringing my Switch to places. I mean, geez, back in the 3DS games, I would take it all the time, like, just to get, like, Street Passes. Man, remember those? Street Pass was fun. I'd play all the stupid little Street Pass games, or the Miiverse games, or whatever. And, you know, collecting all the little, what was it, puzzle pieces or whatever. I don't know. It was really fun. I'd go to, like, conventions, and there'd be, you know, hundreds of people walking around with their 3DS. And it'd be a great time. But, like, as I've gotten older, it's something that's just sort of fallen off my radar. So now that I'm playing Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, I find that I'm trading and I'm battling online less and less. Because it's just a case of, like, coordinating all of that is such a hassle these days. You know, if I only have a half hour and a 1 day a week to manage a battle or something, and, like, I won't know about it till the day of, then, you know, good luck getting all my other adult friends to, you know, coordinate the same time. That's one of the reasons why I sort of gave up on, like, competitive Splatoon as well. It's like, it's not that I don't enjoy the game, but I can't dedicate the time to it anymore. And, you know, on one hand, it kind of sucks, but on the other, I mean, you know, it does make the time I can spend gaming a little more enjoyable for those single-player experiences. Like, I sort of I guess it's like when you're eating a meal or something like that, you know? Like, oh, you want to slow down and savor each bite of the meal. It's sort of how I approach playing games now, you know, just slow down and savor each play session and enjoy it in the moment, as opposed to like trying to come up with all these, you know, ways I could, you know, compete at a higher level or whatever it may be. So, but that's enough old man ranting for now, I suppose. We are into our battle with May. Probably should have paid attention and healed first, but I don't think she's got too difficult a team going on here. Marshtomp. I will switch to routes for Marsh. Is Marshtomp part ground, or is that only Swampert? I'm gonna go with Tailo. I'm making the assumption that it's part ground. I think it's part ground. I'll find out real quick if it's not. It is not. That's okay. It used Bide, so we'll take advantage. I love it when they use Bide as a second turn move. Makes everything super easy. Oh wow, that did a lot more than I was expecting. Alright, well, no big deal. That is definitely why I swapped in Tailo, though. Now we can deal with Slugma, which is fire type, which Combuskin can take care of. You know, it's funny, I was telling myself earlier in the day when I was talking in a meeting at work, and I was like, man, I can't talk today to save my life. How in the heck am I going to stream something? Doing better than I thought, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's disappointing how weak they made your rival in this game. And you know what? If Marshtomp is not ground type, we're not even going to see the ground typing in this game, because I don't believe May ever gets to evolve her starter to the final form. The one game that happens, I believe. I just realized Combuskin has a flying type move than Peck. Yeah, Pokemon games, yeah, they suck at team building. Nuzleaf. You know, it's so rare that I actually play the game through with something like a Nuzleaf. And I realize why, because I almost always played Emerald as a kid. I don't believe Nuzleaf is actually available in Emerald, and if it is, it's like a 1% encounter or something like that. I guess you'd find it more if you played, I think it's Ruby. I think Ruby's the one that has C-Dot. I might be wrong. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, C-Dot. Game locations. Oh no, it is available in Emerald. It's just, I don't think... You can trade routes in Rustboro City. I did not know that. Wow, how about that? So, yeah, Route 102, C-Dot is a 1% encounter. It's a 20% in Ruby. Same thing in... Well, no, it's only available in Emerald on Route 117. I realize you can't see what I'm looking at. 1% encounter again. And then Route 120, again, 1% encounter. So that explains why I've never played with it in an Emerald game before. So, yeah, 3 Pokemon games even use the EV system. The EV system is something that could have been used a lot better over time. That's a horrible way of phrasing that, but you know what I mean. It could have been fully utilized, especially in like the E4 and stuff like that, but you don't see it all that much. That's really disappointing. You know, I was really hopeful when Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 had a hard mode. Not happy about how they implemented it. You had to beat the game first, but I really hoped that would have been the start of a change in direction for the Pokemon games. And then we got X and Y. I never felt challenged in X and Y. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had a bit of a challenge to them, but then they kind of ruined that with all the cutscenes and hand-holding. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the nostalgia talking, maybe not, but I just don't feel like the modern Pokemon games are meant to be challenging in the slightest. And it's kind of disappointing. I don't think we need any Poochyena. Where's my spreadsheet here? Let's take a quick look. Looking through here, we have a Poochyena, and we need a Mightyena, but you can catch one in the wild later, so I'm not actually going to bother with evolving one. I'm sure there's stuff here we can catch, though, like Electrike. Now, isn't that hilarious? The only game that fully utilizes it is Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The game that everybody loves to hate on. I actually enjoyed that game, to be perfectly honest with you. I was disappointed in a bunch of aspects of it, but for me it was kind of fun to play through. But I definitely felt like that game was a little more challenging. And I guess it makes sense too, because Platinum for the longest time was considered to be one of the most challenging games in the series. Pokeball or Great Ball? I'm not sure. We'll try the Pokeball and see how it goes. As Scarlet and Violet only has HP EVs and Major Trainers and Aces, Sun Moon, Ultra Moon has it on Ace Trainers. But no Elite Four and Champion. That's what gets me. Like, these are supposed to be the strongest trainers in the game. Why are they so weak? Like, if I can go into an Elite Four battle and I can take down their level 55 Dragonite with a level 40, you know, whatever, are they really the strongest trainers in the game? Yeah, you don't like it, but the team building was the best thing about it. I agree. It's, you know what? I actually liked playing through it and just sort of experiencing the region in an up-to-date console. Sort of like Let's Go. I mean, I really enjoyed playing through Let's Go, even though it was a completely different experience. Just because I got to see Kanto as sort of reimagined slightly, right? Like, yeah, everything's the same, but different. It's like, kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what I liked about it. I actually don't like the catching mechanics at all. I always felt like that was way too gimmicky. And, you know, it's like every so often your Joy-Cons would just lag and you'd get a bad catch attempt. And I'm just like, this isn't fun, you know? But I don't know. I enjoyed playing through the game. I enjoyed shiny hunting on it. That was actually quite fun. Wow, Combuskin, you're really letting me down right now. And truth be told, I think the game is underrated by a lot of people. I'm not going to say that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is underrated. I do think people have some very legitimate beef with it, but I also think that it is an okay game in its own right. It's just unfortunate that there were a lot of expectations set that I don't think it met. Boy, are we going to hit anything at all? I don't know, double confusion and paralysis. I really shouldn't be expecting much, but like, come on, it's a one shot. I don't know. I found a lot of the Pokemon games, I have elements that I really like about them and elements that I absolutely despise. The Gen 7 games are a perfect example of that, actually. I adore the Alola region. It's one of my favorite regions in the game. Just the originality and the theme and everything about it is great, in my opinion. I just feel like the game mechanics, the way it drags you through cutscenes endlessly, and it just feels like the first half of the game is a tutorial. That part really bothers me. But the region itself and the game itself is a lot of fun. And I feel like the devs and the writers, they had fun with the characters. It feels like a living, breathing region. It was one of the first games where I really felt that. So I have a soft spot for the Gen 7 games, but I can totally understand why people don't like them. Scarlet and Violet, probably some of my favorite, probably my favorite of the games that have come out since. Again, just feel like the characters are written well. The gameplay is really good, actually. They don't have too many cutscenes, in my opinion. But the performance, really bad. Yeah, a lot of people were upset that there was no platinum content. I kind of expected that when they did Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and didn't include the Battle Frontier. It's disappointing. Oh my gosh, they can actually call me. I'm so upset right now. You were not here. Nobody was here for this, but I went so far out of my way to make sure that nobody had my Pokegear number when I was playing through Pokemon Crystal, because it is the most annoying thing in the game, in my opinion, is having to go through and then all of a sudden somebody calls you and you can't ignore it. You have to pick up and listen to what they have to say. At least in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they let you ignore them. Man, I did not add any Pokegear numbers until post-game, and then I needed to for like evolution stones and stuff. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting platinum content in the games. I had a hope that there would, but I wasn't really thinking, especially when they started out by saying they're faithful remakes of Diamond and Pearl. I'm like, okay, well, that's that, you know? I wish they would incorporate more of the third generation content, you know, like they did it in Heart Gold Soul Silver and they did it in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but then they haven't done it since. And now it's sort of the pattern. And it's disappointing, but at the same time, I can understand, you know, they're making these usually with the skeleton crew, and the more features and stuff that they add that's like gimmicky and unique to that game, probably the less likely it is that we'll get the remakes at all. And really, at this point, you have to wonder, what are the points of the remakes? I mean, we have, like, Pokemon Legends Arceus, the Let's Go games. I mean, there's new spins on what would used to be remakes. I almost wonder if the days of enjoying those remakes are numbered, and we're probably not going to see more of them at some point in the future. I mean, we're up to 9 generations. Next gen, it's going to be 10. How many times do we want the teams to spend dev resources on making remakes instead of new games. Like, okay, yeah, we have a lot of regions we like to, you know, go back to, but what if we saw new stories in those regions instead? We don't need to rehash the old ones. Just a thought. I think as long as they can keep these games on modern consoles, I don't have a problem with never seeing a traditional remake again, to be perfectly honest with you. And that might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't know. I just want to see... I want to see cool new stuff. And I want to see the proper resources dedicated to that cool new stuff. Like, Scarlet and Violet, that need another at least 6 to 8 months to bake and iron out all those performance issues. And, you know, a new console will probably help that. The Switch isn't exactly a powerhouse these days. But, I mean, there's no excuse. When you see a game like, you know, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and how that runs on the games, and then you see, you know, what was the one that came out recently, the Mario game? You see these games, and yet, granted, they have fewer character models that they may need to dynamically load at one point, and that does impact performance when you have a more dynamic environment. But just because it can't be... Just because the latest Pokemon games can't have the same graphical fidelity of a game on rails doesn't mean it needs to be a stuttering lag fest. You wish Pokemon games in general had more continuity. I feel the same. They had an opportunity to do it because Gen 2 sort of built on Gen 1, you know, 3 years later, that whole deal. And then they sort of went the soft reset route with Ruby and Sapphire. I mean, I don't know if you notice. You know, I've talked to a lot of people that actually don't notice, but you basically don't have any Gen 1 or 2 Pokemon in the Gen 3 games until post-game. I mean, you have a couple, but like, it's almost all new Pokemon. And I believe the intent of that was to just do a soft reset of the franchise. Like, hey, you know, it's not all Pidgey and Rattata, you know? So, in a way, I think they were trying to get away from those games and say, look, Pokemon is more than just what you've experienced so far. And that sort of led the way in making these games self-contained. But I do feel like it's time to treat the Pokemon universe as being a world, a living, breathing world composed of regions and towns and everything else, you know, regional politics. Let's not make, you know, the Phantom Menace Pokemon Edition, but you get the idea. So are we ready for this gym or not? We have Combuskin at level 25. I have not been really leveling up Tailloa routes at all, so if Combuskin goes down, we're kind of screwed. But, hey, let's go for it. Why not? It isn't a Nuzlocke, so we may as well. I just gotta make sure that we're doing all single battles. But I feel like if Pokemon were to reboot itself once more, it really needs to focus on that continuity. I feel like it's one of those things where it's easier said than done. Like, for example, you go into Pokemon X and Y and all of a sudden we've got, you know, Mega Evolutions. And I was like, okay, well, why doesn't that exist in, you know, previous games? And then you got regional variants and additional, you know, evolutions from old Pokemon. And it's just one of those things that, like, eventually you can't just explain it all away unless you start talking about multiverses and stuff like that. So I get why they play fast and loose with continuity a little bit, but at the same time, like, if they could at least make an attempt, I would appreciate it. It sounds like you would appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the fan games. I enjoy reading Nuzlocke comics and stories and all that stuff. You know, I've been a member of the Nuzlocke community for, gosh, over 10 years now. And some of my favorite interpretations of the games came from Nuzlocks. And it's just because people that have a passion for these games, they will come up with these intricate storyboards for their comics or for their stories and take them in places that I feel like the Pokemon staff has been too afraid to go for fear of alienating the core customer base. But at this point, I think Pokemon is large enough that they could take it in a new direction, and I think a lot of us would follow along and be happy about it. I mean, man, remember when we went open world for the first time in Sword and Shield? Everybody was so psyched about that. Change isn't a bad thing, especially when you've got a good reason for it. Oh man, I forgot to split the recording again. I'll have to do that before we fight the gym leader here. Dude, this was the one thing I was afraid of. Is I get into live streaming. I have to remember, I'm not just live streaming. I'm recording this footage for later videos to edit, whenever that may be, a year from now. Who knows? But I want to continue that video series that I started, because I actually liked that format I was working with. But one of the worst things about making that was that the first set of recordings I did was just like 1 to 2 hour chunks of gameplay that I would sort through later. And man, that slowed down the editing so much. So I need to stay on top of like keeping my recording short and sweet so that I can organize them later, and when I need to find specific footage of something, I can find it in 2 minutes instead of 30. Gulpin. I think it's just pure poison type. I forget if fighting is... Yeah, not very effective. That did half. I'm fine with that. Is this just gonna become a Combuskin solo run? Soon to be Blaziken. I've... Probably. That's probably what's gonna happen. The idea is not to come up with a cool team, it's just to get through the game as fast as possible. Solo run's probably the way to do it. That's actually one of the things I regretted not doing when I was playing the Crystal version, is that I tried to keep too many Pokemon on my team. And I mean, combine that with the level scaling that is Gen 2, or the complete lack thereof, and it was a nightmare. I was always underleveled. So, steamrolling through with an overleveled Blaziken, I'm here for it. Now, come on, one-shot this one, please. I'm disappointed, Combuskin. Yeah, I know, Gen 2 is awful. I really loved Gen 2 as a kid, But man, replaying it is so painful. Really, I like the idea of Gen 2. I like the Johto region. I like the plot of Gen 2, limited as it may be compared to modern games. I do not like playing Gen 2 games. It's very much a love-hate relationship. Heart Gold and Soul Silver did a little better, but they still suffer from that level scaling. And I think it's just inherent to having 2 regions, really. There's a reason why they didn't do that again. Okay, we're really steamrolling through these. I think that was all the trainers, right? Yeah, that was all the trainers. Perfect. Man, I totally planned for that. That was like perfectly executed. Don't think too hard about that one. Let's see what Zigzagoon has. Man, Zigzagoon, you've been slacking as far as pickup goes. Does the pickup rate increase as its level goes up? Because I haven't bothered training it at all. All right. I remembered to split the recording this time. All right, Watson, let's see what you got. So I think double kick on the Voltorb should be plenty. I would get the paralysis first turn. Oh yeah, Fighting Price's Gym 5. That was when I found out you could do that the first time, yeah, it all made sense, but really I think the scaling issue is more than just that. I think we're just going to have to run through it, Super Potion and Paralyze Heal, and hope Electric doesn't paralyze us straight away again. I just... The leveling system just doesn't work well when you have 16 gyms instead of 8. And I mean, it's quite clear when you get into, like, fighting blue as gym 16, and when you're fighting red, like, you could have Pokemon that are, like, almost half the level as red and still beat him. And that's just because the scaling doesn't work once you get too high. And I mean, that's why a lot of competitive Pokemon battles are done at level 50, not level 100. What am I looking for? Paralyze Heal, right. I'm glad I bought 5 of these. Leer's fine as long as I don't get hit by that too much. Hopefully a double kick takes it out. Oh, I forgot about static. Oh, man. Okay, fine. We'll just run through this paralyzed. It's fine. Sonic Boom does 20. Can we one-shot? Yes, we can. Excellent. Do we want bulk up? Boost attack and defense. You know what? Yeah, we don't really need focus energy. Well, yes, the red case is more than just that, but like there is a reason why we don't generally do competitive Pokemon with level 100 teams. In that case, it's sort of just a double whammy. Please survive that. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think that through very well. We'll just double super potion and then paralyze heal. And then hopefully we don't get staticked immediately. Please don't howl too many times. Now I'm starting to get nervous. You know what? I will bulk up. Why not? If you're going to howl, I'm going to bulk up. Now let's see what the double kick does. Hopefully it's a one-shot. Not quite. Oh, well. Oh, and it has a berry, too. Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. All's good. I don't know what I was so worried about. Yeah, the only real change with level 100 teams is that all Pokemon are bulkier at level 100 compared to 50. Not necessarily. I don't have it up right now, but your damage calculation is partially based on level as well. There is some scaling involved there. I'm not a mathematician. I don't understand all of it, but yeah, so your damage here, the damage formula here, you could see there's a lot that goes into it. But your level has a bit to do with it as well, and there's this gets multiplied by your power, by attack and defense, divided by 50. So the way it works, I had this explained to me a while ago. The way it works is that basically things are a little more even at level 50 than they are at level 100. So, and that may have changed since obviously you could see these damage formulas. Well, yeah, they are a little bit different from generation to generation. Some of them have to do with whether or not there's a specific type of modifier, but this core bit here is different in generation 4 than 3, for example. So again, I'm math is not my strong point, but it was explained to me like that previously. Okay, so we got Shockwave. Watson's done. That's Gym 3. I'm going to save because I haven't saved much since the start of this stream. Split the recording, so I have only the gym battle on that one. And I actually forget where we go next. I think we go to Verdanturf Town next. And then eventually make our way to Flannery's gym. I feel like we're making good progress to start. I hope to get 2 gyms done today, but then I realized I had literally saved after the second one was done. Yeah, which bike do we want? I think we'll take the Mach bike first. Yeah, we'll take the Mach bike. Alright, we'll go ahead and register our mock bike. And now we can fly around the map. Oh my gosh, it's really fast. Right. It is the mock bike after all. Maybe I should have got the acro bike instead. I'm just gonna run into battles I don't want with this. I changed my mind, buddy. Thank you. Okay. Much better. I can't remember. Oh, yes, I do remember. Where do we get Rock Smash? Because we're supposed to connect the tunnels. Oh, I forgot about that. All the little technical stuff you could do with the acrobike is so fun. Yeah, HM6 Rock Smash is found in Mauville City. Where? Let's take a look here. From the Rock Smash dude in the southeastern house. Of course. How could I forget? All right. All right, the Rock Smash dude's house. Is this it? Doesn't look like it. Are you it? Yes, okay. Oh, let's take a look at what you got here. Bomb of Snow, Blizzard. Okay. Maybe the guy that was explaining this to me didn't have it right. I was told it was, it scaled badly. Perhaps that's not the case. Do we care about these berries at all? Probably not. I don't even know what these ones do. Berry. Pokeblock and bleed ingredient. Don't care. Excuse me. Let's make sure we battle all the trainers here. Oh my gosh, level 11, really? Not even worth fighting these trainers. Why are they so weak? Oh, this one has 6 Pokemon. No. Oh, that's why they're so weak. I fought the wrong trainer. I forgot there's a Pokemon breeder here with like 6 Pokemon. I should probably switch to somebody else. Actually, no. I said we're going to solo this with Combuskin, and damn it, we're going to do it. Combuskin solo run. Soon to be Blaziken solo run. Let's go. In fact, I'm setting this to set mode once we're done with this battle. Man, just think, I could have saved almost an entire 30 seconds if I had set mode enabled before this battle started. Whoops. That's the start button. Options. Set mode. Oh, I forgot. Double battles are a thing too. I guess we can't solo. Well, you know, we could solo it, but we'll. It's fine. Everything's fine. I believe the anime discussed why a lot of people don't carry a full 6 Pokemon on their team. If I recall correctly, it had something to do with being able to manage training that many Pokemon at once. But for the game, yeah, there's really no reason. They should have more full teams. And it's not that, like, you can't handle training that many Pokemon. It's just that it's hard to evenly level everybody. It's sort of the same thing when we're playing these games, right? Like, I've decided to solo this with Combusken. Why? Because it's too much of a hassle to train up 6 Pokemon and you know, maintain all their levels and everything. Because you just don't get enough experience throughout the game to do it in an efficient manner. But if you just have one Pokemon that solos everything, all of a sudden, it gets a lot easier. So by that logic, I suppose a lot of these trainers that have 1 or 2 Pokemon are doing it because they don't have the time to train more. That's my headcanon, at least, and I'm sticking with it. See, like that trainer, their Doduo was level 17. But the Pokemon Breeder over here, their Pokemon were level 11 and 12. You're not a trainer. Alright, I was hoping to get through 2 gym challenges today, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's already almost 6:30 here. I do have to stop by 6:45. I have a couple other things to take care of before the end of the night, but we'll get as far as we can. I just got to keep an eye on the clock right now to make sure we don't go over. We'll at least finish this route. Yeah, rivals, gym leaders, and villains, they should have full teams. I understand why they don't have it for, like, early game gym leaders, but they absolutely should for later game ones. I'm trying to think, did your first gen rival only had 6 Pokemon once they were champion? Is that correct? I mean, we don't even count your rival in Gen 3. The Gen 3 game rivals are both bad. But I know Gen 1, at least when you faced your rival as champion, they had a full team. I can't remember if Silver, your rival in Gen 2, had a full team at any point. I think when you fight him in Victory Road, it's still a team of 5. I can't look it up right now. I need to focus on actually playing. Otherwise we'll never finish. And I don't know, I feel like they could have maybe done something where the 7th and 8th gym leaders would have a team of 6. But you know, the weird thing is, a lot of the Elite Four members don't even have full teams. Which is crazy if you ask me. Again, Elite Four, they're supposed to be like the top 4 trainers in the entire region. And they don't have 6 Pokemon? What? That's just dumb. So I think we have a couple more trainers on this. Yeah. Oh, Blue had a full team at Route 22 before Victory Road. I got you. Silver did have a full team. Okay. Unevolved, Golbat, Kadabra, and Haunter. Yeah. I don't know, man. The Pokemon games have never exactly been challenging. At least, if you know what you're doing. I can promise you as a 6-year-old kid, I found Pokemon Red version very challenging indeed. Not least because I had trouble reading and figuring out what I was supposed to be doing. But also because I didn't really understand the mechanics at the time. Do you fight? No. I think it's just you. You're another 6-trainer team, aren't you? Yes, you are. See, if these folks can have 6-player teams, why can't your rival? You think Gym 3 is a good point for full teams? I don't necessarily know about that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge, but for me, I was sort of thinking, you know, 4 or 5 Pokemon once you get to Gym 3 or so, and then 6 Pokemon for like 6, 7, and 8 maybe. Actually, that would be quite interesting if you started with 2 for Gym 1, 3 for Gym 2, 4 for Gym 3, 5 for Gym 4, and then 6 from 5 on. That would be a decent amount of scale. That would scale okay, I think, for most players. I do agree for veteran players having a full team by Gym 3 is probably doable. But you also have the casual players that maybe aren't, you know, quite as good at assembling a full team as quickly as possible. And I suppose it kind of also depends on the type that you're dealing with, too. Okay, I believe that is everybody. We'll go ahead and heal up. I will split the recording here for myself. We'll go ahead and take care of what we need to do here, and then I think I will call it a night. It seems like a good stopping point here. But I do appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun. I missed live streaming, to be honest with you, but it hasn't really been in the cards. And I'm not sure when I'll be able to do this again, but I think I'm happy enough with the technical part of everything that I can manage this without too much trouble. Yes, say hi to Wally. That's what we want to do. I think there's actually something we have to do here. Do we have to talk to Wally's uncle? No. That's weird. I thought there was something we had to do. Oh, yes, the tunnel. Right. Okay, we did actually have something we needed to do in this town. All right, let's teach someone Rock Smash, and we'll take care of that real quick. Please tell me somebody other than Combuskin can learn it. Oh, Zigzagoon. Yes, please. That's right, Zigzagoon is always the HM slave in this game. Learn Surf, too. I remember that part. What do we have here? Geodude. Oh, that's right. We have double kick. It's not going to be a problem. Man, I love double kick in this game. It's almost like a cheat code. It's just too easy. I mean, it also helps that we're like double their level, but you know. I feel good about speedrunning this through as a solo run, though. I'm trying to recall, but I think it took something like 20 hours in-game to defeat Gen 2. So, I mean, by that metric, we should be real good. Do we need a Whimsir while I'm here? Whismer. We actually do. I haven't caught one. We may as well. I have, actually, I have nothing that can, inflict weak damage. Oh, Nincada. Why not? May as well end this with actually catching something. I feel like I've caught nothing this entire run. Even though that's not true, we've caught 10% of the Pokedex already. Leech Life is fine. Oh, that's right. We caught the 3 Aeron that we needed. And Makuhita. Yeah, so okay, we've caught 4. This will make it 5 for our nearly 2-hour stream. It's a Pokedex challenge, right? Something like that. There we go. Oh, really? That's okay, I can't complain too much. We gotta get through these 6 Pokeballs anyway. They're gonna quickly become useless. There we go. Okay. That makes it Pokemon number 5. Go ahead and update that on my spreadsheet here. Whismer. Now, total caught is basically 20 in this game. 164 to go. We have a long way to go. But that's okay. Any progress is good progress in my book. And that's probably a good place to leave it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And nice hanging out with you again, Devin. I have, like I said, I've missed doing live streams, so more to come on that. I just wish I could schedule them with any sort of consistency whatsoever. Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. But hey, if you follow on Twitter or follow on the Discord channel, I do have a thread on Burkeeper Toby's Discord where I will try to at least give like a, I don't know, 5 to 6 hour notice before anything. So if you follow there, that's great. If you follow on Twitter, I will give the same notice, or of course, I will try and schedule these on YouTube as well, although that was like the one thing that didn't work today, so we'll have to work on that. Anyway, nice talking. I will see you guys later.